Hello, welcome back. I wanted to do a quick walkthrough today to show you what we have going on our homestead here. This is our, everybody laughs and says it looks like a cannabis plant, but it is actually a Florida hydrangea. There'll be a bunch of flowers on this. I just wanted to show you that. So we are in the backyard of my house. As you see, the pig pens are in the back in the red. All of these raised beds have veggies in them. This one has peppers. I've got some oregano, tons of beans. I have a lemon tree. These are, oh my goodness, I can't think of them. Ground cherries, that's what those are. We have our banana trees. We have one here, and you can see there's one behind the beans here. The beans are doing good. We have squash going. I have plantain in here. This was calendula, but it's not doing anything. These are more squash. The other side of my beans. This is marigolds. These beds need weeded. They don't have anything in them currently. This is our fencing. We've redone some things, which I'm going to go over with you in just a minute. As you can see, we have our chickens free ranging right now. We can't normally do this because the owls, the hawks, the coyotes have been out, but we've put up a whole lot of fencing, which I'm fixing to show you. When I go through this video and show you what our plans are going into 2023, how we're preparing. We have like a 3-phase plan. These are our rabbits that are still there. Now we're going to be dispatching a bunch of those. We're not going to keep those. There's just too many and we just can't keep up with them. We're going to put some in the freezer, keep a couple of breeds to breed. But that's about it. So I'm going to take you out here. So originally we were using the whole 15 acres. This section now, if you saw any of our last videos, look, here's the baby, Nosy. We come in over there and we come down this driveway. None of this was fenced and this was all open to go around the property, but as of right now we have this area fenced in for our dog. Our front, which was our food forest, and I'll walk up there to show you, that's no longer fenced in. That is open between our house and my mother's house. We're not going to use that other than for what's already growing in there. We have some lemongrass and some vegetables, and we're going to put more in. We also need to mow the grass, but for now that is all going to just stay open through there. The fence was taken down. It was put back in here. We can keep our dogs in here if there's ever an issue. We have the rabbit hutches. Now with the rabbits, their cages are going to be redone. Like I said, we're going to minimize the number of rabbits that we have. And we're going to move their pens back to the back here, because what we're doing is we are downsizing our homestead area that we use for homesteading. So let me get through this fence and then I'm going to go ahead and show you some more. Okay, I am outside of the fence. This is one of the big changes that we made. This is at the end of our driveway coming in. You'll come from that driveway through here. My greenhouse is here, and as you can see, we've made a new area. The cows and horses now are no longer up front. The grass just was not growing up there. It was just not enough for them. So we gave them pretty much the whole property all the way to the lake. There's more of our chickens, and we put up some fencing to try to keep our plants, and I'm sure you'll see. So we've installed these 3-row wood fences. These are just to keep the horses and the cows from going in around the tiny house, which, just so you know, we are trying to decide whether to continue to use it ourselves just for our families and so forth, or if we want to use it for an Airbnb. We have not decided that yet, but our chickens are still in our chicken coop right now, but part of this new plan that we're doing is going to change all of that. Okay, this back here is what's going to be where we do everything. This is our naturalization garden. There is, I don't think, anything edible in there currently, but this is where our back is going to start. Phase one of our plan is to downsize, like I said, through here. This is the front side of my greenhouse where most of our gardening will be taking place. So I have the greenhouse, which I'll do a full tour of to show you exactly how we set it up and what we're doing. But these pig pens right here will all be taken out of here, and this whole area is going to be our fall garden. These rings that you're seeing are just leaf rings. We will fill those with weeds, or weeds. They're filled with weeds now. We're going to fill them with leaves for compost for next year. I have a single compost bin here and some pig manure dirt on that side. The rain has pretty much washed everything away. But I'm trying to keep things close. Our rabbits will be over in this area so that we can take the manure from them, bring them up here, put them into the compost bin or in our garden as we need it. This big empty open space right here is going to be our nursery. These will be the shaded plants that we're going to sell to the public. We are right now getting our licensing and permits and everything that we need here. This was all a wooded area that we've cleaned out so that we can do things like this. And back here, if you saw any of my posts, you know that I have an edible food forest going. And back here is the area that we have started that. This here will be where our rabbits are in this area. We've got it all cleaned out and ready to go. On my 15-acre homestead YouTube channel, I have a video about our herb garden that used to be right here. We took that out and moved it up into the backyard of the other house, so we weren't going to use it down here. But this is going to be an area with some chicken coops, little mini chicken coops that'll only hold like 2 to 3 or 4 chickens, and have a little run here. This way it'll be just the breeds will be separated, because right now they're kind of all thrown together. And this opening is leading to, you can see I have, well, the puppy, but I have lots of passion fruit coming up. We've tried to save them as much as possible here on the property because we used to have them in abundance. Now we have grapes in abundance. These are Florida wild grapes that you see all over these trees, all over through here, all these vines. So we get a ton of grapes. I didn't get them this year because I was in Pittsburgh, but I had originally had some gardening here and bathtubs and so forth. That's one of the remnants of it. But this whole area is going to be nothing but our edible food forest. So we'll be putting a lot of plants in here and letting things grow natural and see how it does. This is one of the areas that I did the podcast on. If you see the Prepping Positively podcast, that's the area that I'm talking about that I'm going to be planting all the plants in. So this is just a walk through from the woods. Now back here, we originally, like I said, this was all woods, like really heavy, thick woods. And we have cleared all this out. Matter of fact, we have it so cleared out and clean. I'm actually walking in bare feet today. I don't have to have shoes on because it's pretty clear. So we have a couple of things going on back here. This is just to give you a perspective of where we're at. This is the road along our house, and way up there is the gate that comes in behind the pig pens that I told you about. So I'm just kind of walking down the side here so that I can show you. I'm sorry about all the jiggling, but I'm doing this on my phone and I'm kind of carrying it. And I guess I'm not the most balanced person, but this is our scrap hole. This gets filled up with any concrete, broken stone, things that can't be burned. And when it gets pretty full on the one side, he takes the tractor, scoops it out, and takes it to the dump. The rest of it is things like if we have to bury an animal or anything like that, that's what that spot's for. So this back, we just ran this fence along this side. Our property goes all the way back to the lake, but you can't really see it. You might be able to see the post there and there. There's a new fence, and the cows and horses are on the other side of that post. This whole open area, though, is going to be our new pig pen. They are coming back here. You can't tell, but the ground actually slopes down. We have a 65-foot elevation drop from the front of our property to the back. And if you were standing at the front, you would never see it, but it is. So it's best for the pigs down here. The smell won't be there. It'll take a little longer for us to get the manure up front, but they'll be down here out of the way. So that's going to be our new pig pen. These, like I said, covered in grapes. All those are grapes. And I'm actually walking behind. We're not going to utilize the lake as far as for us currently. The lake is just a big, huge body of water for our cows and our horses to be able to drink from. We do some fishing down there, but not a whole lot. We got a lot of the people that own the backside of the lake. They had all their weeds and their cattails and everything cleared out of there. I didn't want to do that, so I just let ours go. It kind of looks crappy a little bit, but it's natural. So this area right here, we had huge trees. You can see how big some of these trees are, and the storms have just taken them down. We still have one big long log here, but we've been cutting that all year long. This is what's left for firewood, and we have a big, huge firewood pile for winter because we actually have a wood stove that we're going to be installing in our house as part of our phase 1 plan that we have for 2023. So as you can see, the grapevines are just ridiculous here. Okay, so things falling out of the trailer I see when he's walking. Oh, there's Mama. Hi, Mama. So as you can see, the fence went around back where I used to collect my blackberries, and it ends here, goes back around to the front of my tiny house again. So all of this is for the horses. They can go back along this road we own all the way out to the clear part of the lake back there, all the way over on the other side of those cypress trees. You can't see a whole lot, but there's actually a lot of water on the other side of that pile of grass there. But this is all for the horses so that they have their own grass and so forth. If they eat all this down, then we probably need to get rid of the horses because there's probably 8 acres. But so this is the back side of the tiny house. We have been very successful with having gardens in here. So this is going to be a huge vegetable garden. In the winter, this gets more sun than in the summer because of how tall our trees are. So this is all going to be vegetables in here. We'll be keeping that up. That is we have a retiree pig. This is her forever home. She does not walk. She kind of slides, but she's happy. She's healthy, and so we keep her. There's no sense of putting her down if she's not hurting or struggling. This back here is going to be all shade plants that will be grown for our nursery. We have ginger out the yin yang. This is our tilapia and catfish pond. We don't have any plants in it right now. We are getting ready to do that. Our phase 1 plan actually starts currently where we're at. So the fish are doing amazing in there. The water's really cold right now because we've had a lot of rain, even though we're in central Florida, but you know. So we have a huge big mess. This is the last of the wood pile over there. The sheds are getting taken down and moved. So that's the side of homesteading nobody likes to show. I don't mind to show you. We got everything piled up. We're kind of going through it, sorting it out, burning what we don't need, using what we do. There's our chicken coop with some more chickens coming to be nosy. The chickens, like I said, are going to be going back over here behind the tiny house. So everything that we'll be doing will be on this side. This side of our tiny house is all going to be for perennials, like I said. the things that we want to sell in the nursery. So basically, to round this up, let me get through this fence here. Basically, to finish this off, we have eliminated not using all 15 acres. It is a lot. I am 52 years old, very healthy, but I'd like to be healthy when I'm 60 and 72. So I have decided to downsize and concentrate on making more income and providing more food and becoming more self-reliant than to expending all the energy to feed and grow in 22 different places. So we're trying to keep things convenient and closer to where we are. So the last big surprise that I have for you, I'm gonna go ahead and turn the camera off so I can get through this gate and so forth, and then I'm gonna turn it back on and show you what our big surprise is. Okay, so I'm through the gate, and before I show you our surprise, I want to show you Bert. Hi, Bert. You gonna talk to me? Bert was bought 2 years ago. The year my son died, we bought him and his girlfriend. And we had a dog that attacked his girlfriend. We lost her, but kept Bert. Bert is 69 pounds right now. And I realize they're going to have a lot of recourse for this, that he should have been butchered. But Bert is our buddy. Bert talks to us. He follows us around the yard. He is very friendly, very happy, and he's almost like our mascot. He is not suffering or hurting in any way. He's healthy. So we are keeping him. And I just wanted to show you our dirty bird. He was in the chicken coop. I had gone to Pennsylvania for a couple of weeks to see my girls. It's one of the only second time I've been up there since my son passed away. And when Lance drove to Pittsburgh to pick me up because I, spent too much money and brought a whole lot of stuff home, so he had to come get me. He locked him in the chicken coop so that, we didn't have to worry about coyotes or anything coming in the yard and nobody being here to get him. But as you see, everywhere I go, he goes too. So he's very tame. We're going to keep him. Don't give me a hard time. We love him. He's like one of the family. So, okay. So let me take you out here to here's some of our kitties. We have 3 females that I absolutely love. Cats. They are house cats for us. And they had kittens. So I have 17 3-week-old kittens in my house currently. No, they are not staying in my house. Yes, they will have homes, but I love cats. This is my surprise. Anybody know what this is? This is solar panels. We have, I think it's 20 or 23 solar panels being installed. There's all the poles. It's going to go in this area right here. We yesterday cut a tree limb off that was monstrous, which has completely opened up this area. So all of this gets sun, and we really don't do anything over here because the sun just bakes it. So we'll have more firewood to put away. But once the solar panels are in, this is going to be a garden also. We have to wait and see where the panels are going to be. And I really promote this company because they are just fantastic. And I'll do a whole video and a whole series on the solar, but because I think a lot of people are very misled about what solar is. So anyway, this is the front. This used to have the fence around it. It no longer does. We have taken the fence down. We're going to take out these wood beams that you see along here that was originally part of the garden, get it mowed. We're going to move some of our lemongrass. I've got it everywhere around the property a little bit. But that is our plan. So basically, in a nutshell, oh, look, here comes Bert. Basically, in a nutshell, we are going to have a nursery. We're going to sell vegetables, fruits, new plant starters, new trees, seeds, We're going to promote the solar big time because of the way this company does that. And like I said, I'll talk to you about it later. But this will be phase one, getting all of our animals and everything combined, made into a smaller area. The pigs, we're lessening the numbers of them. We have somebody coming to pick up a bunch of them today. We have 17, and Annie just doesn't want 17 pigs anymore. They eat us out of house and home. Our feed bill is anywhere from $250 to $300 over a week and a half. I'd say 75% of it is the pigs. We don't harvest them enough. We're going to keep one male, 2 females, and Molly, which was my first pig I ever got. That's her forever home. The rest of them will be gone by the end of the week, and then we can take these down and get our garden started. So this is the story. This is our phase one plan, is to downsize, get some income producing things going on here. I'm going to have a whole post, and if you watch the podcast for Positively Prep, or Prepping Positively, I'll get it right one of these days, you will see a post in there that completely explains our phase one and what the 3 phases are, how we're going to make money this year, what our goals are, and what we're going to do. So all right, I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm sorry I'm not in it. It rained. I'm filthy dirty. I was in the garden. I had tons of things to do, and I just wanted to get this video made real quick so you guys had an idea of where we were going. Like I said, I'll do more detailed here coming up soon. But so that's the plan. I'd love to hear your thoughts, what you think. And this is Bert and Annie saying, have a great day.